Hello folks, welcome to the H160 by Hyper Performance Group. Today we're checking out the Great Britain South Landmark Pack by Orbx. And since I spend most of my time, as you probably noticed on the channel, flying around the UK, well, I'm very intrigued to see what this is like.
Taxiing hold short runway 15 using taxiway Foxtrot Hotel Lima Tango Delta Alpha H160 Yankee Papa Echo.
At the moment we're using live weather and it's awful in the UK. It has been for ages now. The weather has just been diabolical. Get some ambient lighting going here. There we go, that's nice. And we're in the Bigscreen Beyond, so I'm going to talk about that as well. And yeah, see if we can find anything new about this pack, because there is over 700 points of interest with this package. And, you know, anything that gets enhanced for the UK, I'm very excited about. So, God, actually the weather's closing in again here. But we're still going to try and see if we can fly in this weather. It'll make it a bit more dramatic. Right then, so welcome back. I've just made myself a bit smaller on the left hand side. Hopefully that will give you a better view of things. And we're going to take off. It's a bit tight here with this fuel station, but we'll just be very careful. See which way she wants to go. There is a lot of wind today, by the way. There's a lot of wind. So I need to be very careful. But what we're going to do is we're first going to have a look at Birmingham, then I'm going to shoot off somewhere else to the UK and find out what sort of points of interest we've got going on there. So as I say, there's 700 points of interest in this package, and all for about 10 quid, so that's very good value for money. Although I do have a few niggles, as always, so we'll get to them in a moment. Wow, I can feel that wind. I can feel that wind. So this is Birmingham, looking very British right now with all the rain. It does look good though, I must say. So I think a few people are getting confused about what this package actually offers. It's not like a full makeover for the UK, it's just literally those points of interest. So you're not going to get any extra animals or you know, different houses or an overlay. It's one thing I loved about their X-Plane True Earth series is you had not only the photographic sort of, you know, ortho imagery, you also had a beautiful overlay with, you know, custom houses and points of interest. That was an amazing value package. It seems since then Orbx haven't really produced anything of that value since. I'm not even sure if it made them that much money, to be honest, because I'd imagine the licenses for such photographic images, you know, ortho imagery, is going to be astronomical. But having said that, as I say, for about £10–11, whatever it is, it's very, very welcome in my opinion, especially for the UK. Now, just to say, Orbx did send me this for free for a review, but having said that, I've got a few niggles. One of them being, I don't know why, but there isn't the Dartford crossing. That is a very well-known bridge that, well, it used to be modelled in the True Earth series, and I don't know why it's not here. That is a very particular landmark, just to the east of London. It's a very busy bridge. I'll put a screenshot of it now, it looks like, either from my previous flight sim shenanigans from X-Plane, or the actual real bridge. But the fact that is missing is a bit of a niggle. Also, not all of the cities are clearly, you know, they haven't received a makeover. I've checked out a few, including Cambridge, and I can't see any difference at all. Having said that, you know, the thing is they've got a bit of an uphill struggle because MSFS already looks amazing, and with the photogrammetry areas, it looks absolutely superb. So any additional sort of enhancements they can make, well, it's a definite welcome addition, but it's not going to be so obvious as, say, something like X-Plane. Okay, so straight away here I can actually notice a difference. You can see those buildings there. Wow, they actually look really nice. And they blend really well into the photogrammetry of the sort of default scenery, which is actually very hard to do because otherwise, you know, the 3D objects may stick out like a sore thumb, but here you can see there's some high-rise blocks looking very good. And this sort of, I don't really know Birmingham that well, apologies guys, this is not a tour. But you can see here those buildings, you could almost be forgiven to think they're part of the photogrammetry, but no, that's a 3D building, as well as this over here, like a massive shopping centre or something. That is blended very, very well indeed, so I'm impressed with that. That looks good. What else we got here? We've got I think we've got a stadium over there, which I don't remember seeing before. Look at this, photogrammetry is so cool, isn't it? See the BT Tower, that would have been nice to have had an extra point of interest there, simply because it does look a bit blocky in the photogrammetry. But having said that, that's just, it all depends, doesn't it, whether they can do it or not. But no, we don't have anything there. So I think that's probably about it for Birmingham. Bigscreen Beyond, by the way, I'm super sampling it today. Basically, it's 4K per eye, 4142 by 4142. So, with that level of super sampling, it is as sharp as the crystal, if not better. It looks amazing, with a great field of view and the form factor being incredibly small and very, very comfortable. And with the micro OLED technology, of course, that makes a big deal as well. It's just an amazing headset. In fact, it's my second favourite headset I've ever used. And in many ways, it could easily be my first. It's just that, for me, if it had better, a larger sweet spot and integrated audio, although that would make it bigger, admittedly, that would be cool. Hang on, what's this over here? This looks new. I don't know what that is there. A massive building. But yeah, this is definitely new as well. Look at this. Oh, that looks really good. Very, very nice points of interest. And the good quality as well, actually. Let's just slow down a little bit and take a closer look on this murky day in Birmingham. Now, you will be seeing the H160 quite a bit for two reasons. One, because I absolutely friggin' love this add-on. But also, I want to become a better chopper pilot. And since this does give me some sort of fancy aids like the real thing does, I feel it's a good starting point for me to get used to just flying choppers. Got a little stutter there. Just one little stutter. I do find I get more stutters with the Bigscreen Beyond, simply because I am using Steam VR. That is a definite negative. Just do a bit of a pedal turn here. So I don't know what this area is here, but it looks really good. Nice clock tower. Buildings look very sharp. It's a very windy day. I'm struggling really here, but yeah. Right, I think we'll head somewhere else now to see what else we can find. Probably to the south of the UK. So I'll see you in a moment. Right then, folks, so welcome to Leon Solent. It's a bit gloomy, to be honest. I'm just going to cheat and take real weather off, just so you can have a better look at the area. So we're going to fly around Portsmouth because I do think that there's quite a few points of interest. Now, this is my other gripe about this package, is there isn't much information about it. It would be nice to see the points of interest on the map, or at least some sort of PDF document from Orbx to state where they actually are. This is, by the way, Burning Blue Design's beautiful work. I frigging love Burning Blue Design. I mean, I am a bit biased because A, I am in the scenery, but mainly because, well, as I say, I love flying around the UK. I spend 90% of my time simming around the UK, which I know is a bit weird when you've got the whole world to explore, but it just feels more realistic for me. It makes it feel more plausible for the kind of flying I do in real life. Let me know in the comments below if you do the same thing or if you fly in different areas. Something I probably should do more often, really. Right then, so let's go to Portsmouth and check out to see if there's any points of interest here. So folks, as I say, I'm still enjoying the Bigscreen Beyond to the point where it is my second favourite VR headset I've ever used. And the Vari Aero has now been pushed back to 3rd place. Things are moving on very quickly now. However, I do have some very exciting things going on behind the scenes at the VR Flight Sim Guy HQ. And I cannot wait to tell you all about them. Right, so here we are at Portsmouth, and yeah, straight away I can definitely tell there is a lot of new, fancy new 3D buildings here. There's a Spinnaker Tower, which was there before. Is there more ships? It kind of looks like there is, actually. Yes, I think there is. That's definitely new. Wow, there's loads of new points of interest here. So as we spin around here and look at this beautiful rendition, it already looks great anyway with the photogrammetry. You know, don't expect this to be a massive makeover for the UK. And it certainly won't be for £10, but what it does enable you is when you're flying around as much as I do, particularly in the UK, you're going to see lots of new things like castles and power stations, you know, cathedrals, industrial buildings, all kinds of manner of new things. And that is great to see. I'm wondering whether that carrier is a point of interest. I'm not sure, but that's, you know, that's the thing. I don't know what's a Sobo and what isn't. So this is a mild enhancement pack. It's not going to change the game or anything, but for people like myself who love flying around the UK and do it very often, I'm sure that pier is new. I might be wrong though. You know, it definitely is worth it, especially only for like 10 quid. That's the little ferry that goes to the Isle of Wight. Let's just have a quick look at the Isle of Wight, actually. I do have, by the way, on the channel, a little motorcycle tour around the Isle of Wight that I did, it was a while ago now, during COVID. We were originally going to go into Europe, but it was during the time where we all had to, you know, wear masks and everything. And it was just not very nice, so we ended up deciding to scrap that and go to the Isle of Wight, and I must admit I'm very pleased we did. There's definitely more ships around, but I believe they are static ships. Wow, just look at that. You know, I say this a lot, but the Bigscreen Beyond, the colours are just epic. And I appreciate them when I go back to LCD headsets like the Quest 3 and the Vari Aero. It just looks so natural. And there's just no Miura at all with the way that micro OLED displays are manufactured. You just don't get any of that sort of greyness. The result is superb, and I still can't believe how tiny this headset is. I think the field of view in this is superb for what it is. To think that this is Beyond's first sort of step into the hardware scene, and they've absolutely knocked it out of the park with this headset. I wonder what a Beyond 2 would look like. Right, I've just turned around here, folks, because I've just noticed the same port that we landed at, the car ferry is there, and it looks exactly the same as the one that we used. And that's a very subtle little addition in the scenery. You might not even notice that, but that's definitely part of the Orbx South package. I'm sure it is. I might be wrong, I don't know. And this is it. I don't really know what is part of the points of interest and what isn't, but I've never seen that before there. And that looks like a static model as well. So overall, I do feel this is very good value for money. It's not going to transform the way the UK looks, but it already looks amazing because Asobo did such a great job of it. But the 700 points of interest, if you think about it, for about £10–11 or so, that's cheaper than one airfield. Look at the ships there. That is definitely new. I remember that from their X-Plane version, so I imagine that's been lifted off from there. And as we get a bit closer to these ships, I will say that they don't look that amazing. I think they could look a bit better. And they're not moving. Having said that, it does give you an idea of what this area is like, being one of the busiest shipping lanes in the world, and Southampton's over there. I think I'll leave it there, folks. As I say, this has been the Hyper Performance Group H160 flying in the epic Bigscreen Beyond, checking out the South Points of Interest package by Orbx for Great Britain. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye bye for now.